Good morning, it's me. I'm back. I'm Stephanie Flath, Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I just realized that I forgot to turn my stars off. When I get in too quick, that's what happens. So I am coming to you live on Facebook. It is Wednesday, May 15. And I come live on Facebook every Wednesday morning, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time. And I have fun crafting to show you. So I'm going to refresh my screen here a second so that I can see comments, even when I'm crafting and have my camera down. Good morning, Carrie. My stars are in the way. That's really annoying. Okay, so if you didn't hear me when you were first getting on, I forgot to turn the stars off, so ignore those. I'm not looking for money through Facebook. Hi, Nancy. Hi, Sandy. It's good to see you. If you are new to me, so I come live. Something is up with my hair. I hate when I get on camera. I think I'm looking great when I get on. Hi, Janet. And then I see something that looks weird. I do check myself in the mirror before I get on. It's just always a different perspective. So I come live on Facebook every Wednesday morning on my Facebook business page. But you can find me any other time on my website at dazzledbystamping.com. So I have fun doing this. I love joining you guys and crafting with you. And today, if you didn't see my reminder post, today I'm going to be using the Thoughtful Journey again. The paper is gorgeous. I guess I should show it to you again. The paper is gorgeous. And so I'm completely, for this video, I'm completely casing other incentive trip achievers. I took one of the cards I did receive in my swaps, but it was a different color. But I really liked the color that was on the boards that I took pictures of. So I copied, I completely cased pictures that I took from the board, and so I loved them. So I just had to copy them. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. So we're still sort of, hi Jamie, how are you? I can't remember if I sent you one of these cards or not. I feel like maybe I did, but I don't know. So I also use these for my team meeting the week right after the trip. So anyway, they're just gorgeous. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to, I'm loving the sunshine. It was kind of gloomy, I feel like, yesterday, at least part of the day. And the sun is just coming right in. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to go over to my randomizer right away. I only have one card that I made last week because I was trying to work smarter, not harder last week. This week too, honestly. I knew I was going to be Gabby, and so I just planned one project. And it was I love actually letting the designer paper work for me anyway. And anyway, so that's what I did. And I'm doing that today too, and it's just gorgeous. Okay, so I have one card to give away, also using the same suite that I'm using today. And Kathy Polderman, I don't think she's on yet, but Kathy, you are my winner. Congratulations. And going to move on. Okay, so the suite, or I'll show you the bundle, Thoughtful Wishes. This is one of my friends that I met. Let's see, did I meet her through incentive trips? Either that or through demo council we had her for, because she's direct to Stampin' Up. this is her $1 million sales designed stamp set. So one of the perks of being a $1 million career sales achiever is you get to work with Stampin' Up! Designers and make a stamp set. And so this is hers, and it's kind of cool. You know I love mixed fonts. That always makes me happy. And here are the dies. So some of them obviously cut out the flowers or greenery or whatever you want to call these things, plants. And some of them are just standalone. So I'm also using an embossing folder that is really cool. I'm going to show you that and the designer paper when I have you down, so you can see it better. I'm going to go through the designer paper kind of quick because I showed you last week, but in case people weren't here, I want you to be able to see it. So one of the things, before I go down, one of the things why I chose these cards to make is, so you guys know that I love purple. I totally love purple. But these 3 cards, purple is not the focus at all. I think there might, nope, 2 of the cards, there's not even purple in it. But I just love it because it's a different color for me. So anyway, I'm going to put you down and show you the designer paper and then start crafting. So I need my magic wand. I'm going to unbackward you, upside down you. And here you go. Okay. So, so this is Thoughtful Journey, 6x6 paper, obviously. I'm going to show you both sides. So I'm going to go through, find the 4. So some are very, like there's just a background, and sometimes it is, you have sort of a scene, and I love both. I totally love these. Okay, so here's this. This looks like my shirt that I'm wearing right now. All right, so I did just see this designer paper. Last I saw was low inventory. Somebody ordered it last night from Club, or was it a nightclub? Yes, it was a nightclub. This is low inventory, and unfortunately, the pearls that I'm going to use that are part of this suite, they are non-orderable right now until June 3, the week of June 3, I think. All right, so here's the designer paper that I'm going to be using. So this is Thoughtful Journey again. So that's the name of the suite. The name of the bundle is Thoughtful Wishes. Hi, Terry. Hi, Dot. Thanks for joining me. So before I get going, I also want to show you, well, no, I'll show you this one. I'm going to use it. Okay, so here are the pieces for my first project. Isn't this gorgeous? I totally a purple person, but I love that they used blue and not purple. So this is Misty Moonlight, and obviously one of the designs in vanilla we went with. So I forgot to grab a couple main ingredients here. Didn't have my adhesive sitting here. Okay. So I already embossed this. Hi, Marlene. I already embossed this skinny piece. It's 1 inch wide. This is just with exposed brick. I think she used the tiled one, whatever that one's called, on her swap. But anyway, I already embossed it, so I'm just going to put this on here. So this sort of is going to look like a, oh, what is that called? A bookbinder card, but it's not. It's just a normal card. Hi, Jamie. So we're going to put this on here so they're just a little bit apart. I like cards like this because at least I can get, even though the whole paper is a design, you kind of don't want to use the whole paper, so I can get 2 cards out of this anyway. And then I'm going to put in, I have my vanilla for the inside. If you can believe it, this is almost done. I love simple cards like this, but there is some embossing on it, so that's a cool thing, but I did that ahead of time. Okay, now, the next thing I want to do, I'm going to use some linen thread. So this card, I think, is the only one that I actually got from somebody, and I think the person's name that made this card, I think her name was Lisa Freeman, so I'm completely casing her card. She made, obviously she made several different color, but the same design for the swap, because there's not enough in there of the same kind to do all the same swap. I ended up doing the same thing. I didn't have enough embellishments for mine to do all one color, so I ended up doing a couple colors. Okay, so we're going to tie this. Actually, I am going to tie it in a bow. I usually don't tie a bow. Yes, it is pretty paper. It's the same paper that I used last week, if you didn't see me going through it or hear the name or hear me say that. Or, whoa, that was bad. It is not tight enough. Oops. I thought I made a knot, but I just didn't get all the way through. Okay, let's try this again. I adore this paper. Also, if you didn't hear me say, this is something that it's low inventory as of last night. So if you, well, and I don't know when more is coming in. Sometimes it's low inventory just for briefly, and then there's already some on the way. It's still not tight enough. I didn't have any problem with this the other day. What is my deal? Okay. I'm just going to have to give up and leave it. It's going to have to be okay. All right. So the last thing that I'm doing, I have this tag. So you know I love stylish shapes. So this is the bigger one of the short banners. Okay, and we're using Misty Moonlight, which is the color of our cardstock. I don't always use colored ink for my words. As long as it's dark enough, I'll consider it, but usually it's black. Okay, so this says, thinking of you fondly. I don't use the word fondly very often. I can't get the knots tight enough myself. I think it's a common problem. I don't know if it's because it's linen thread and so tiny. I don't know what the deal is. Okay, so we're going to put a couple dimensionals on the back. And then I want to cross this. I want it off my designer paper and onto some of this dark. I like crossing things like that. Hi, Jennifer. You got here just in time to see the finished work. Okay, so these are adhesive-backed Pearl Trio. That's part of the Thoughtful, which is it? Thoughtful Wishes suite. And I did use my take your pick tool this time. I haven't been using it. I've just been picking it up because this big roundy of a thing doesn't work well with the putty. And so here's my card. So this one is completely casing Lisa Freeman. And so this is from, I will say one time, this is from the incentive trip, and less than 1% of all demonstrators worldwide earn the trip each year. That's sort of amazing. I love this. For some reason, these colors just make me happy. Okay, the next one, I'm going to be using an embossing folder. Thank you. I do think it's a pretty card. Thank you. So I'm saying thank you loosely because while I made it today, it was not my design. Okay, so I'm going to be using this embossing folder, and I forgot what it's called. Is it Twirly, Swirl, Swirly Twirl, something like that? I don't remember. I have to look it up, and I don't remember what I did with my catalog. Oh, my catalog's not here. Or my, the packaging for it. I was keeping it. Okay, so first of all, it's got lots of swirls, and can you tell it's so much huger than our other ones? So this is 6 inches wide and 8.5 inches long. So you could get the whole width of your cardstock in here. You could completely emboss a whole card if you wanted to, laying out flat. So as far as it is awesome. As far as I know, we only have 2 that are this size. I can't remember if there are any others. And honestly, you can't tell in the catalog. So swirly. Thank you, Jennifer. You can't tell in the catalog that it's big like this. Stampin' Up! Didn't put... It is huge. Thank you, Sandy, also. The Stampin' Up! Wants you to look online to find details of some things. They have a lot more products online than they even have in the catalog. So anyway, I didn't know that it was this big until somebody got it in their box when it first came out. So there's this one, So Swirly. And it's a regular embossing folder. So with regular embossing folders, when you use your machine, you don't use, let me pull these out. You use a number 1 and both number 3s. So you just don't use the thin die adapter, which is number 2. So this is how you use this one. Now we also have another one this size, but this one is 3D. And I also don't know this one, though I do think I have the packaging here somewhere. I don't see it, though. Jennifer on page 129, what's it called again? Dotted. So it's definitely Dots. So Dot will love this, and she needs to get this. So it's the same size, 6 by 8.5. But this one is a 3D one. So this one, you need the specialty plate. It is, well, the one that we sell now is a deep gray, a dark gray, like the color of, dotted circles. Thank you so much. Of course you do, Dot. So it's called Dotted Circles. So the one that we have now is, a deep gray. The one that we had when we sold the Big Shot, the old machine, it was a see-through blue. That was it's the same, you need that same plate for the 3D folders, okay? So I just wanted to show you both of these and the fact that they're different thicknesses, but both the same size. And very cool. So I'm eventually going to use this, and I think you're going to like this, especially for the kind of timing that we have. So look at these colors. Isn't this amazing? This is not my go-to of colors, but I love it. So first I'm going to put my insert in here. I'm sorry, but I have naked insides, naked innards. My friend Cheryl she did layers inside and everything. It was crazy. She thought that so she didn't judge me that I didn't do stamp on the inside, but there's no way a card would go out of her stamping studio without having multiple layers and all that kind of stuff, inside and out. Okay, so these colors are Pretty Peacock and Wild Wheat. So I'm going to, I have 1-inch pieces cut of this designer paper, and I want to line them back up the way that that I cut them. So I'm going to put them on here. So we're just going to go 1, 2, 3. Oops, it's too far up. It's just a tiny little. So I have to say, I definitely cased this card from one of our incentive trip achievers, but I don't know who it is because it was from the display board. So it's definitely not my design. It's a fellow demonstrator, but I don't know who. Okay, so kind of cool, right? Okay, so this is where the magic happens. So I'm going to put this in the embossing folder. And I'm going to run it through the machine just a second. All right, now look at this. Doesn't this make you think like the Northern Light sort of thing with all the swirls and everything? I just thought this was so cool, and it's perfect for the fact that we just have the Northern Lights showing even in the lower states. I love it. Okay, so you can see them. I don't know where you can, if you can see the swirls better on the back or on the front. I love it. Or the wind. Yes, definitely the wind. So Jennifer and Sandy, could you guys see the Northern Lights as far south as you guys are, or no? Because all of us here in Michigan were, well, I wasn't. I was either sleeping or ignoring the whole fact. Because it seems like every time some weather phenomenon happens, okay, gotcha. I wasn't sure. Every time some weather phenomenon happens, like we end up not being able to see it because of clouds or I don't know, just something. So I didn't even bother trying to see it. But I saw lots of pictures on Facebook the next morning. So next thing I want to do, oh, I didn't grab this. Oops, I need a scrap here. Okay. So now I'm going to use, excuse me, I Appreciate You in Pretty Peacock. Done with that one. And then this uses the skinnier but shorter banner from this. So I need to run this through a sec. Oops. I forgot the dye adapter, so I'm using the Mini Boss. When I was thinking through it last night and getting everything that I needed, I was like, oh, I can use the same machine. I don't need to pull out the other one because I have it set up. I don't need the, I didn't need the specialty plate for the embossing folder that I was using. But then I forgot that I did need the thin dye adapter, and I left that over on the other table. I know, isn't that a cool design? Okay. So I got my I Appreciate You banner. I need to find my dimensionals again. So regular dimensionals fits on here. You just sort of need to make sure that it helps if you turn them so that the straight edges, the flat edges are on the edge, and then you don't have to worry about them hanging out. Okay, so I want it to go, again, I want it to go across all the different colors. So I have that. And then we're going to use the same pearl color that we did on the last one. I'm gonna put one here and here. Here. Gorgeous, right? Okay, hi Mario. So I don't know who I cased for this one, but it was another demonstrator from the swap board. So here is the second one. Okay, and the last one. This one is a tiny bit more in my wheelhouse because it does have some purple in it, but it doesn't focus on the purple. It's just an accent, so it's kind of cool. So the first thing that I want to do is I'm using, it's just sort of for, I know, aren't they? Thank you. The first thing that I want to do is emboss this. I'm getting all my dimensional covers on. I don't know why I don't put these in my pocket like I do in class. So I'm doing the same folder with one of the layers on here. It just sort of adds a little interest, and I liked it. So the only thing that I know about this demonstrator that I'm casing for this card, I'm shaking the table. The only thing that I know about this one is the person was definitely European, or maybe South Pacific, I'm not sure, but I think European, because it was a 7-inch card rather than a 5.5. Their standard card is longer, so I could tell by that it was a 7-inch card. So, and the words were in French or German? No, French probably. So anyway, okay, so here is what I'm doing. So I have my my So Swirly embossing folder. Again, this is basic beige, by the way. I love this color. It's just a nice different kind of neutral to have. So I'm going to stamp this time besides just the words. So I'm using basic beige on basic beige. So I'm going to ink up this. It looks like wheat to me. I don't know what it is. It's some sort of plant. That's all I know. So we're going to stamp it down here. And then we're going to ink it up and stamp it again. So we're making a background. All right, and this one is going up here. Okay. Then we're going to put down our embossing. So you've seen me do this now a couple times. When you're putting down something that is embossed, you need to keep in mind that you don't want to press hard to get your adhesive on here. And it may even be better, especially if it's the 3D embossing that is a lot thicker. You might want to use like liquid glue or tear and tape or something, but I've been lazy and I'm just doing regular. But I'm just being careful not to press too hard. And so anyway, just a suggestion. So we're going to put this here. So it's just an extra layer, extra component. Okay, and then I have these two pieces. They're actually totally different pieces. But just to bring out this is the Petunia Pop, just to bring these out a little bit. Again, I love that I can get, I think these are 2.5 by 2.5 inch pieces. I love that I can at least get a couple cards out of this designer paper and not have to use the whole sheet. So I'm going to put adhesive on the back of each of these. Okay, so this one is sort of going off. I want this over here. This one is sort of going off over here. This one is sort of going off over here. Wait, I forgot. I need to make sure I'm not covering up my flowers. So I gotta choose where I put my greeting. Okay, so here's my card so far. Kind of cool look, right? Then we're gonna go start contrast, and we're gonna put our white on here. Everything pops, color pops when you add a bright white or vanilla against your color. It just, the colors pop. Every card that I do, it's not all color. I love color, but it's not all color. You need the white or vanilla to pop against it. It just helps it, just makes it look better. You make life better. That is a nice saying too. I don't know how to say it in French. But that's what I figured out that she used, partly because of the size of the stamp. Okay, so I am using Petunia Pop on here. And I want to stamp off and put some right there, put some right there. So we're going to bring out that purple a little bit. And then, so the basic beige has the same ribbon that all of the new in colors have. What is it called? Bordered ribbon? Yeah. So I'm just going to do this edge. Maybe you noticed that I did it way to the edge. It's so that I can get this ribbon on the other edge. So let's see if I can tie this one tighter than my linen thread earlier. This kind of ribbon seems easy to work with. And sometimes it may have just been because I was doing I didn't do a knot, I did a bow, and that makes everything sort of crazy. Okay, so we can cut this off. Cut this off. Cute, right? Okay, so we're going to put our dimensionals on here. I'm wanting to I want to hold the ribbon in place. I don't know why. I just felt the need. So I'm putting them in goofy places. Okay, so again, I need to make sure that I'm not covering up my flowers. So I'm going to put it up here. On the design, she had hers lower. Or maybe I go here. No, I like it up here, covering some of that color. Okay, so we're going to put that there. And then we're going to use these pearls. Say again the stamp set that you're using. It is called Thoughtful Wishes. Here's the bundle. So you can see all the words that are with it. And then here's the dies that come with the bundle. So some of them cut out all three of these, but then some of them are just pieces. Like here's a cute little flower that you have. So I'll show you this. Dearest friend, I appreciate you. You make life better. Thanks, missing you. Thinking of you fondly. So the bundle is Thoughtful Wishes. The suite, that you can't get the suite right now because these pearls are non-orderable right now. The suite is called Thoughtful Journey. So that's also the name of the designer paper. That's how they distinguish it. And the designer paper is low inventory as of last night. So you might want to get that. Okay, so I'm going to use the purple ones this time. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. So there we go. All done. I loved these swaps and needed to make them myself. So as I mentioned at the beginning, I completely cased each one of these cards. So I'm going to put you up and I'll show you the cards again. So put you backwards again, upside down. And here we go. It turned out, you thought that it wouldn't look so great? That's kind of funny. Okay, so here's the last one that I did. So I want to show you, so this is all using, thank you so much. This is all using the Thoughtful Wishes bundle, the Thoughtful Journey designer paper. I know, I fell in love with this one. It's just so cool. So I have to show you what happened with that I did with my team. So here is what I did with my team. And, oh, same color on itself. Yeah, I get it. I dropped my ink pad right here. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want to. Oh, hi, Marsha. I know I like the subtle color of this also, and I like how the white makes it pop. So I dropped my ink pad on here, and so then I just started adding the little splotches that are on the greeting. I stamped off and added them in a couple of places here, so you can't tell so much. So I'm like, I'm okay with this. This works for me. But I do like the cleaner look with this. So anyway, so that's the last one that I did. Here's the one that makes me think of the Northern Lights. I just think this is so cool with the swirl, and with the scene behind it and the colors. I just think this is amazing. So all of these are cased from other incentive trip earners. And there's this one. Now the swap it's funny, the swap that I actually got from this person, nice save, no mistakes, just creative opportunity. Well, sometimes there are mistakes, but yes, I created a creative opportunity. So it's funny, this one is the one that I did actually receive, and I got it in the Petunia Pop. So it was kind of funny. Like, I honestly really liked the Misty Moonlight. It was really cool. So I went with that. Okay, all three are awesome. Thank you. I thought so too, and I had to copy them. Okay, so a few things to mention. One, our amazing starter kit promotion. You can sign up and join my team. You could even, if you sign up this week, you could even come to, we're having a team weekend retreat. It's the first full weekend in June. So June 7 through 9. And now we case. Exactly. So the starter kit promotion, you get $82 of extra product. So besides the $125 of product that you get to choose for $99, you also get an $82 value kit product bundle of all the in-color stuff. So the in-color pads, an assortment of in-color cardstock, the in-color designer paper, and then the in-color Stampin' Right markers. So not the Stampin' Blends. Do I have any Stampin' Right markers? Not the Stampin' Blends, but these. So these I always have to have them. Even though I use blends a lot, I always have to have these because sometimes I just want to color a tiny little area, a tiny little flower or a nose or something like that. So it's an amazing deal. So let me know if you are interested, or just go and sign up on my website. You can do that. it's a great deal. And we're having a team retreat, so you could come to that. So that's going on right now. And also my registration opened for our regular retreat. That's at the end of June, June 29. It opened on the 6th. So you have, excuse me, so sorry. I usually don't yawn during this live. I always yawn during my my team check-in on Sunday nights. Registration closes for the regular retreat, the one-day crafting retreat, 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. It closes June 8th, so you have time to register for that. So let me see. I think that's all that I have to tell you. Thank you so much for joining me today, and I will see you again next Wednesday, 10:30 a.m. Eastern Time, right here on my Facebook business page. Thank you. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you later. Bye.